Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your girlfriend Vanilla here, and today I'm going to be finding every Panera bread in the world. So, let's see how I do, and without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Okay, where is the Panera bread? Already off the start, not seeing a Panera bread, unless it's over here behind the trees. It looks like a McDonald's, doesn't it? With like the little refresher things. Nope, it says Panera bread. Let me go back to start. Right there, I just missed it. Okay, so we have our Panera bread here. Let's try to figure out first what state we're in. Because that could help to find the location. There's kind of like cars all around, but they're not like bunched up together. So like I'll look at the plates, but let me see. This is like a dealership, so I'm not gonna say that those plates count. Burlington. Okay, Burlington. Ooh, VT, the number one dealer in VT. Okay, so VT is Vermont, right? Is Burlington a big city? I'm gonna plonk it here for now. Burlington. Wow. Low-key, this might be easier than I thought. Thank you, random van that said number one dealer in Burlington, VT. Shelburne and Macintosh. Macintosh is a type of apple, I think. If y'all have ever had a Macintosh apple, comment down below. Macintosh Ave and Shelburne Road. Macintosh and Shelburne. I don't know how in the downtown we are, so I might have to zoom out a little bit if I don't find either of the street names, but we'll take a quick look around. Macintosh and Shelburne. Flynn. Home Farrell. Okay, so not seeing it at a quick glance, but let's take a look like further down the road and see other information. Road to 7 North and 189. So 189 is down here. Is there a Route 7? Is this up and down Road 7? Yeah, this is 7. Okay. So we're somewhere near here. So let's plonk it here for now. Macintosh and Shelburne. Shelburne Street. Okay, Shelburne Road. Perfect. How long does this go? Oh, Panera bread. Perfect. Don't even need to look then. Much further. Okay, so Panera bread is to my right. I'm across the street near the Eye Care, Blissby, and Muscoma Bank. So I'm closer to this side. And I think this checks out because the little road is to my right. So maybe I'm like more like here. All right, starting off with a 5K. Woohoo! All right, next Panera bread. Ooh, this one looks a little bit more modern. Like it doesn't have like the green background of the logo. I've always wondered like what the font for the Panera part of is for Panera bread. So if you know, let me know down below. All right, we're in a parking lot, American flag, a lot of license plates that have different colors. I'm gonna go down the road. I'm not sure what state plate this is. Maybe this is one I'm not familiar with. Some of these like chains or things that I'm seeing are not familiar to me. Also, I think there's Panera breads in like all of North America from what it says in the map. So this also might not be. No, I saw the American flag, so it has to be the US. I was gonna say it might be Canada. Providence is in Rhode Island. I know that. Well, actually, there could be more than one Providence, but let's just check something here for now. Oh, also says RI on the route marker below it, so yes, we're gonna be in Rhode Island. So 4 and 95 is what we're looking for. This is the 95. The 4 is here, so somewhere near here potentially. This is the 4, this is the 95. I saw Chipotle across the road. This is a Panera. Was it ever this Panera? Panera's on the corner. Massage Envy is to the next of it. And then there's like a corner where Pet Value is. So I'm here by Panera. This is like the corner of something. What is right next to me? Massage Envy. Okay, yeah, I think this is actually it. Hold on. Am I back to start? I'm literally by like the curb of the curb. So here. I think it's a little bit hard to see the curb because it just shows the road. So I think this is it. Okay, another 5K. Woohoo! This is not even a can she 25K. Sometimes she can and sometimes she can't episode, but it's just kind of like turning out to be one. All right, we have a lot of dark yellow plates, so I'm thinking New York. This one I think I know for sure because the yellow is like very unique for New York State. So this says Best Borough, Glendale. I don't know Glendale, New York. Let's see if we find a route sign or another city name nearby. I'm trying to figure out probably first if this is upstate New York or like near the city. Bustling. Park, New York, okay. Gas prices being $2.93. Gosh, I wish. It's like $4 plus near me now. Okay, that is a change in coverage. So let's see if there's any information here. Brooklyn, New York. Okay, so Brooklyn, New York is part of New York City. So we're zooming into like the lower part of New York, which if you didn't know, like I think like it varies based on like who you ask, like maybe from the US, but some people say upstate New York is just anything that's not like the city, so anything that's like, you know, not down here. But some people say it's like, you know, anything above Albany. There's like different definitions of it, but for me, I'm saying anything that's not New York City. So, but we are in Brooklyn, New York, so we're somewhere around here. But Brooklyn is also very large. So let's see, a neighborhood within Brooklyn, Huntington Street. I mean, Brooklyn is, I think, too large for me to scan for a singular street. So now that we know it's in Brooklyn, let me see if I can find anything else, like the neighborhood, because there's like neighborhoods within Brooklyn. That should give me like a narrowed down Rego Park. Okay, that is what I'm looking for. I've not heard of it, but we were able to find it pretty easily. Okay, so let's go back to the start. Panera Bread is right there. We are near 73rd Ave and Woodhaven Boulevard. So somewhere here, okay, 67, 72, 73 Road, but not Ave. Is there a 73rd Ave in Woodhaven? Okay, these are Ave. So hold on, 72, 74th Ave, Ivy. Why does it skip 73? Where's 73? 72 and 74. Okay, hold on. It means to be on the other side. There's like probably multiple 73rd Aves. 85th, 84th. This is Woodhaven, right? Okay, Woodhaven Boulevard and 73rd Ave. Or I should just look for the Panera maybe at this point if I can't find the exact you know, intersection or whatever. Because now I'm going down the Avs, like the numbers are going down and not going up. So yeah, I guess let's go back to start. We're near Panera, a Five Guys, and a Home Depot. So somewhere along this road is a Home Depot. Where did I put my little plonk down? I'm over here. So let's find a Home Depot, because we shouldn't be too far from there. I'm not like, I have to get a 25K for this episode, but it's like, it kind of just like happens, that's okay. But if I'm like stressing out too much about it, I will just like plonk it. Trader Joe's, I think I saw Trader Joe's when I was like zooming down the road. Panera Bread. Okay, yeah, this is it, Okay, hold on. There's like 3 roads, 1, 2, 3. We're on the one closest to Panera Bread, and we're right outside of it, so I think this... I like the music, by the way, when you plonk, it's like beam, boom, or not music, it's like just like notes, like beam, boom, boom. Okay, 5K, woohoo! A third 5K, love to see it. Ooh, we're in an alleyway, which is interesting. Okay, Panera Bread there. So is this a person trekker ever? Okay, so ribs, cool. Where are we? Let's try to find out the state. What's it? This is like a big city, it seems like. Riverfront. Okay, the signs keep disappearing because the generation of coverage. Creating the new CDM. Ignite CDM, Creative Discovery Museum. Okay. But what city is that in? I'm wondering if this is something I've been to before, because I feel like it feels somewhat familiar. Tennessee. Oh, Chattanooga. I've never been to Chattanooga. But Chattanooga I know is in Tennessee. And it says Tennessee Museum, so woohoo. We'll go here. This is the aquarium. This is the aquarium. So we're somewhere not too far from here. So I can go back to start now. Oh, we're like in an alleyway. Okay, so that might be a little bit more difficult to find. Let's find the nearest intersection though. So 4th and Broad is a near intersection. This is East 4th Street, West 4th Street we're looking for. And Broad, this is the intersection that's nearby. And I went to the right to get it, so Panera Bread. Here, we're somewhere in Jack's Alley, I think. How close was the Panera Bread to me at the start? A little bit far away. Halfway to the road. I think that this is the 5K. Alright, awesome. That was not too bad for getting another 5K, so we'd love to see it. Ooh, okay. So this is St. Louis Bread Co., which I think is like the original name for Panera Bread, so I wonder if this is like either one of the first locations or near actually St. Louis itself, or St. Louis. So let me like look around a little bit before I start scanning for St. Louis. Because like I know where St. Louis is, but it could just be like maybe it's older coverage or something. Old Webster. Jets Pizza, okay. I wish it said like Old Webster, Massachusetts or something like that, you know? Seems like we're in a smaller town this time, so not a Brooklyn or anything like that. Go down the road this way until I find a state name. But this also says St. Louis, so St. Louis. I don't know how to pronounce it because I'm sure it's named after King Louis or something, probably. Do I just go for it? Yeah, I think I was just... Yeah. Okay, let's go for it. So Missouri... Where is it? Here. I was gonna say it's in Missouri. Okay, so... Plonking in downtown, let's see. Old Webster, that seems like maybe a neighborhood within St. Louis. So I'm like scrolling a little bit looking for something like this that says Old Webster. Mount Pleasant, Soulard, Gravois, Clifton Boulevard. That said Webster Park. Old Webster we're looking for. Somewhere near here maybe? Webster Groves. Old Webster. Henley Hills, University City. Some of them keep like disappearing like when I move the map, which is like weird. I don't know if that's like a glitch with a map or something like that. And there's probably more than one St. Louis, so I could be like scanning the wrong area here. So I guess we'll plunk it here now near Webster Park. We'll go down the road a little bit more, see if we can find more info. Webster Groves. Webster Groves. Okay, so it is just near Webster Groves. So somewhere near here is the Panera. Let's go back to start. St. Louis Bread Co. Which way do I want to go for the intersection? Let's go down here. It looks like this is a downtown area. Okay, so Gray Ave and Lockwood Ave. So now Gray Ave and Lockwood. This is Gray and Lockwood. Ooh. Okay, I'm right here. We're looking for not Panera. It might not show up as Panera. It might show up as St. Louis Bread Co. Or did the Panera / St. Louis Bread Co. get replaced? Potentially. It could have, like, it could show up in this, like, older coverage, but it's, like, not there in the newer coverage. Next to a PNC Bank. An intersection. Like, I low-key think it might be here. What's on the other side of it? Straub's? Is that the name of the restaurant? Or this thing is here? Straub's. We're on the other side. Hold on. What direction was the intersection? I'm here. I go east for the Gray and Lockwood Ave. Okay. Gray and Lockwood Ave. So, oh, I'm somewhere on this side. Okay, so I went east, I think. St. Louis Bread Co. Okay, so we're here. Let me see what angle we're at. I'm in the parking lot, but I'm just entering. I'm not, like, on the road yet, so let's go here. Okay, I'm glad I went back to the start and figured out, like, the orientation / direction, because that helped me a lot. And I ended up getting a 25K, which I'd love to see it. So I'm gonna play this map one more time and see if I can get another 25K about finding every Panera Bread in the world. Ooh, big Panera Bread. It's like corporate headquarters or something. Which, like, now that I say it, I'm like, low-key maybe. That's a Pennsylvania plate. That's an Arizona plate, question mark? Okay, let's try to see where we actually are, because maybe if it's a headquarters, people are just traveling from everywhere to see it. UPMC Hospital. Unfamiliar with that. What does this feel like state-wise, vibe-wise? Like, no northeast, maybe? Sunoco. 1-800. We're going down a residential road. I should go back to start because I think more information near the bigger buildings and stuff. Ooh, this is the Keystone. This is Pennsylvania, I think. But Pennsylvania is a very large state, so let's see if we can find a city because I feel like I have a pretty decent grasp on city names. Vote.org. Okay, but vote for which local government? Bakery Square. Okay, but Bakery Square of where? Pittsburgh, PA is over here. Perfect. We love to see it. Okay. Now, Pittsburgh is also a very large city, so let's see if I can find, like, a neighborhood name within Pittsburgh. But if not, we can just scan through the street. But I kind of don't want to until I find, like, an even further neighborhood thing because, yeah, Pittsburgh is very large. So I'm trying to look at one of these blue banners because I think they have it. Skinelli Park. All right, so we found something called Skinelli Park, which I saw on this blue banner here. So we're not too far from here. So I'm going to go back to start. Panera Bread there. What is the intersection / road that we are at? We are near a triangle thing in the road. So not super helpful. Okay, let's see if we can find the hospital that is nearby because maybe that'll be... Ooh, Carnegie Mellon. This is the hospital. Okay, cool. But there's several buildings, I think, in this hospital, so... Panera Bread. Does that ever just show up? Like, is it this? Is Panera Bread or something? Maybe not so lucky with it just showing up like that. Okay, so... Go down the road. We're down the road from Zuwelma and Coulthart. And then I'm right here. So Zuwelma. And this is Coulthart Ave. Okay, so and Zuwelma's down here. So we're down the road from here. Which way did I go to get to this address? Is this Panera? Zuwelma was to my, like, east, and the hospital is to my west. So, never eat shredded wheat. This is the hospital. I think it low-key might be this, like, big building here, this rectangle building. Okay, cool. Starting off with another 5K. Woohoo! Not too bad. Ooh, Woodburn Premium Outlets. So, we're in an outlet mall. There's a TJ Maxx there. Love to see it. Go down the road. I don't know Woodburn, but It seems like an area with a lot of information. So I saw a Route 5 sign. Let's see what this says. Ooh, the rounded shield. Is that like Virginia or something ever? I think there might be multiple states with like a rounded shield shape. So let's see if I can find like a bigger sign. Okay, these are just like gas and lodging and stuff. Exiting Woodburn. Salem? Isn't there Salem in Massachusetts? St. Paul. And Newburgh? Don't recognize those. Salem, Newburgh. I'm also like, yeah, let me try to figure out the state for sure before I like, you know, zoom in too far into Virginia, because I don't want to like Molalla. I don't know Woodburn, Molalla. We'll just quickly scan. Yeah, I don't recognize them, so I'm like wondering if I'm in the wrong state. But I just like recently learned like highway shield shapes, but some of them are within multiple states. So we've got an Interstate 5 sign. We're gonna keep going down the road until I either see state name or city names that I recognize. Those are just generic like hotel things. It'd be nice if there was a sign that said like, you know, something like Roanoke, 100 miles away. This is a truck, so I want to get my information from this truck because it looks like one that goes cross country, so it moves a lot. If I don't find anything on the highway within like 10 to 20 seconds, then I will go back to start and look around there because I think I might be too far down the road. Ooh. That is not a unit. Ooh. That is indicative of a certain state, which I cannot remember at the moment. So let's go back to start. That's a weird plate. I don't know that color. Woodburn. What does this say? Okay, nothing about the state name. Ooh, green. Hold on. Isn't this Oregon? Question mark? Maybe Oregon also has a shield shape too. Woodburn, Oregon. Let's do a little scan. Okay, hold on, that's too zoomed in. Initial scan. No, but we just see like a Route 5 marker, right? Wait, is it Oregon? I'm like pretty sure. Okay. Well, I've thought Oregon and Virginia now, so maybe I should look for confirmation before I like scan too much for a city name, and it's actually neither state. We'll go down the road. Woodburn outlets. Woodburn could also just not be the name of the city. It could be the name of just like the outlets or something. Food, okay. Another food thing. Way station, okay. I think I'll give it like 30 seconds to a minute more of scanning for information in this one, but I don't want to stress myself out too much with getting like a 5K. If I'm even in the right state, I might be getting like a 0 here, to be honest, so we'll see. Retail Garden Center, Garden World. Oregon. Okay, cool. Oregon Tree Farm. So we are in the right state, so we'll take that. Let's go back to start. Let me scan one more time for Woodburn. We'll go move in, but I could be just like, I'm kind of like quickly looking over everything. If I don't find it, that is okay. Mount Vernon. New Princeton. Because it could just be like a smaller city that I don't know. Myrtle Point, Winston. Alright, well, I'm not going to get a 5K on this one, so we'll send it in the middle of Oregon and see. Okay, we're a little bit south of Portland, so there's Woodman right there. We'll get 3.6. We'll take 3.6. Ooh, this is a different font than normal Panera font. This is interesting. Okay, so Panera Bread there. We're near some sort of, like, gas station. Plate checks. Ooh, a lot of dark plates. Dark blue. We'll go to the main road. Nothing that I recognize as state-specific. There's a U.S. flag, so we're definitely in the U.S. because people put the U.S. flag everywhere. Williamson, okay. Tennessee. Ooh. Okay, so 397 and 31. Let's see if those pop up at this first zoom. Second zoom. Ooh, a lot more routes in this one. 397 or 31. I should probably find the city name, right? I'm like not too good at lining up the routes. And Tennessee is kind of a wide state. So, Tractor Supply Co. We'll go down the road. Ooh, hammer marker. Nope, just more signs. Maybe it just looks like a city that has mostly stuff for like people stopping off of the highway because it doesn't seem like a very big like residential area. Franklin, Tennessee? Franklin. Okay, hold on. Okay, Franklin. 39731 is here, okay. And that's Brentwood. So maybe we're somewhere along this route. What is in this plaza? There's a Panera. There's a gas station, which might be different than the one we see. Panera is on the corner of one with like a bunch of stuff. Pizza Hut, Wing Street, and other stuff. Okay, so we're looking for some sort of plaza, I think. It feels like it would be in somewhere near Franklin. If we're in Franklin, I saw Chick-fil-A earlier, but there could be more than one. Panera Bread here. Okay, I think this is it actually. Wait, is it? Okay, Panera Bread is to my northwest. I'm like on the side of it. Yay, another 5K. Okay. Not gonna get the 25K for this whole set of rounds because I couldn't find the place in Oregon, but that is okay because we're still gonna get a really good score overall. And we got a 25K on the first one. Okay. Ooh, plates. Don't recognize this plate off the start. Going down the road. Seems like another like we're near a lot of like apartments and stuff like that, but kind of near a highway maybe, because the roads are very wide. 605 area code, I do not know. These homes look very new. Okay, this is like too residential of an area, so let's go the other way. Let's see what the billboards have to say. Okay. Never heard of this chain, but it looks like a chain. Okay. Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Perfect. I love a sign like that. Sioux Falls is down here. We're gonna go back to the start. Panera Bread near an Aldi. Okay. Are we near a intersection? Sioux Falls, South Dakota. What is the name of the intersection nearby? The streets on the intersection. Arrowhead and Foss. Okay, so somewhere in Sioux Falls, we're looking for Arrowhead and Foss. And we're looking for Just like a lot of like suburban kind of like groups of stuff. But I mean, that seems like Sioux Falls is like bigger than I thought. So maybe I shouldn't scan for the city name or the street name right away. We'll just do a quick scan. How close to the downtown do I think we are? I don't think we're super close. East or west? Hold on. Parkway. This is the Parkway. So we're on 5200 East. We're somewhere near here, I think. This is Foss Ave. So, but maybe there's more than one, like, yeah, okay, this is here. Oh, Panera Bread, right there, perfect, hold on. Okay, so I'm in the parking lot of Panera Bread, but I'm next to Pearl Vision as well, so are those buildings, those are also in here, I think. Pearl Vision and the nail salon, yeah, okay, so the building is to my north directly, so I'm like here. And is there a little curve thing in the road? There is. Okay, the curve thing there. So I think this is the 5K. All right, perfect. Love to see it. Another 5K. Panera Bread. Ooh, I don't know if I like the mint green background behind like the actual green logo of Panera Bread. But next to a Wingstop, what are the plates saying? Maybe like slightly blue or some sort of color in the center. Okay. Let's get out of this parking lot because low-key overwhelming. Ooh, palm trees. That is information. 3 California strips in the pole. Okay, that is cool too. So we're in California. Something SEC vote. Okay. That had a lot of information. 880? Okay, I think we need a city name because that should help narrow it down a bunch. So, okay, that doesn't look like it had any city name on it. Let's go down here, go down this road. I guess we'll plonk it in like LA for now, but we're gonna see more. Santa Cruz and Oakland. Okay. Where are those? Not too well versed with California city names. Santa Cruz and Oakland. I'm not seeing them unless like I'm either missing it or not zoomed in far enough, but I've heard of maybe Oakland before, but like I don't know where it is. Like, is it part of LA or something? I know people from California are probably like, come on, how do you not know this? But trust, like I know tons of cities in other states. It's just like this is a very like not where I am. So I have no clue. Okay. Let's look for maybe Route 880. That should maybe help if I can find it. 5. Route 5, 15. Okay, I don't think this is going to help me. Santa Cruz and Oakland, even though those are probably like, that would help someone who's like better than you or more knowledgeable of California cities. We'll try to look for maybe like one more piece of information, but if not, we'll just like plonk it here near LA because San Jose, is that near? Oh, duh. I'm like so stupid. I'm like, yeah, okay. So San Jose Market Center, so we're somewhere near there. Let's get out of this like center and see a street name nearby. Spring and Coleman, sure. How big is San Jose to? Oh God. I should look for the neighborhood within San Jose. Okay. So neighborhood within San Jose because there are a lot of streets and stuff to scan, and we're near the highway. Okay, we're near somewhere along here, but there is quite a lot of San Jose. So, going down the road, going down the road. This feels fairly downtown. Coleman and Market, Julian Street. Coleman Ave, Market Street. Coleman Market. Okay, so Coleman Street, Market Street, or Julian Street. Let's look near downtown. Coleman Market or Julian is where we're looking for. Coleman Market or Julian. This is Julian. Okay. So somewhere maybe intersecting with Julian Street is Coleman. Okay. And Market. Coleman and Market are here. So we're somewhere near here. Is it in this plaza? We're near a wing stop. Okay. What is this? Is this a Target? That is a Target. Okay, so is there a Target near here? We're plonked. Currently, we're here. We're looking for a Target nearby. Target should be like a fairly big thing to find. Sorry if you guys can hear the honking in the background. I don't know how like loud that is. That's also why sometimes I have like weird cuts, because I'm like, I just like hear like honking like right outside my window and like low key like can't concentrate when it's there. So yeah. I feel like we're like right here, but at the same time, no. Okay, so the plaza's here. Coleman's north of me. In Autumn Park. Coleman is to the north of me. Coleman Street. So I'm somewhere like down here. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm like scanning the right area, but like there's just so much information here. I think I'm like not in the exact right place. Let me give it one more minute of trying to scan for the intersection. Okay, Coleman and Autumn Parkway is also nearby. This is Coleman Ave. This is a different parkway. That's the end of Coleman Ave there. Okay. Oh, we're over here. I didn't even look like left of the highway. I'm so like, okay. Panera Bread right here. I'm pretty sure this is it, but let's try to line up the angle. I'm looking east, northeast of Panera Bread, so something like this maybe. What's to my left? Yeah, okay. So I think we're actually like somewhere like here. Okay. Took longer than it should have, but that's okay because we got another 5K. So ending on a 23,620 for finding every Panera Bread in the world and 25K from the first round. So I'll take that overall. Those are pretty good scores. And that is going to be it for today. So thank you so much for watching this video of me finding every Panera Bread in the world. If you enjoyed this video, let me know down below. Also have the map linked in the description if you want to try it out yourself. Thank you so much again for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not, and have a great day.